I want to give y'all the definition of borderline stupidity. It's constantly spouting the same lie over and 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 over again, hoping nobody fact checks and everybody just believes you. Constantly thinking that you're the echelon when it comes to news and actually getting the word out to people who need it. And when you do that, you create some weird bond with the people who believe your lie, and you constantly spout a lie, and you constantly hope nobody wastes time doing research, actually trying to get more information and seeing if the thing is actually true. And it turns out almost every single time, not every time, I'd say 8 out of 10 times, it's always a lie, and somebody on Twitter is trying to be a weird activist. There was a woman named Leona Hale who got shot.
They got her in handcuffs while they shot her, y'all. Why they shot her? Why they shot her, y'all? They got her in handcuffs. I've never seen, I'm from Louisiana, I'm from Arkansas, but I stopped here to get some gas, y'all, and to get some ice cream for my kids, y'all, and my son just watched this. My 1-year-old son just watched this, my 10-year-old son just watched this, and my 13-year-old son just watched this happen. The man ran, she was finna cooperate, she got scared, she ran down there, they shot her. 1, 2, 3, 4. My son got it on his phone too. They got her in handcuffs while she shot, God. I'm a medical assistant, God, it ain't right. I'm a medical assistant, God, it ain't right. My son in the store. My son in the store. My son in the store. My son is in the store. My 10-year-old son is in the store.
Ma'am,
yes, sir. I'm back, sir. I watched.
And for some reason, without any evidence, without any added information, people on Twitter lost their shit. Why? Because it was a black person and a cop. Breaking. Witness reveals that Kansas City police shot Leona Hale, a pregnant, unarmed black woman, 5 times as she was running away from them. She has been hospitalized with serious injuries but remains stable. Retweet to demand that the police be investigated immediately. Leona Hale is a 26-year-old unarmed pregnant black woman who was shot 5 times by Kansas City police on Friday. She had her hands up and told police she could not follow their directions to get on her stomach because she was pregnant. There is no reforming this. Hashtag abolition now. Kansas City Police Department shot an unarmed black woman 5 times. Eyewitnesses say that the woman had her hands up. The police handcuffed her while she was bleeding out on the pavement. The woman has been identified as 26-year-old Leona Hale. Kansas City cops shot 26-year-old Leona Hale, a pregnant black woman, with her hands up 5 times, then handcuffed her while she was bleeding out. When you compare this to Uvalde, there can be no conclusion but that their job actually has nothing to do with keeping people safe. Now, I will say, if you shot somebody and you think the bright idea at that point, as they're bleeding out, is to handcuff them, I think you have a little screws loose. However, what was the same thing recurring in these tweets? Unarmed, 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 unarmed. It took 2 minutes to find it. She had a gun in her hand. She was resisting arrest. She was running away with a gun.
Woman shot and wounded by police now faces criminal charges.
It all started with a carjacking on Friday. Police followed that stolen vehicle to 6th and Prospect. The driver ran away. The woman, identified as Leona Hale, got out. In an image from police body camera video released by the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office shows that Hale had a gun. She was shot by an officer, then taken to a hospital for treatment. Hale is charged with unlawful possession of a firearm.
And I know somebody's gonna say, oh, well, if she's pregnant, you could just try to grab her arms and tackle her and do some weird Indiana Jones movie move and get her to release the gun and tackle her. Do you understand that in these situations, everything is not a movie? You can't just do some weird Star Wars stunt and think that everything's gonna work out. They could attempt that and also get shot. And then what are you gonna say? Oh, well, at that point, then they just have to leave it up to chance. I'm tired of people acting as if people have to worry about the aftermath and not be concerned about what's happening right at this moment. Those officers could get shot. Eyewitness could get shot. Random person could get shot. She could shoot herself, and then everything turns into a shit show. It's weird how people want to jump and make it stick. And then when you bring more information to the forefront, oh, you can't do that because obviously if you do that, you're a racist. You're a coon, you're a bigot, you're anti-black, you hate women, you hate gays, you hate all these different people because you bothered to have extra information to what is important. Took about 5 minutes to find an article. 26-year-old Kansas City woman who was shot by Kansas City, Missouri police officers Friday has been charged in the case. Oh, Jackson County prosecutor Gene Peters Baker said Leona M. Hale was charged with unlawful possession of a firearm, unlawful use of a weapon, and misdemeanor of resisting lawful detention. Hale was shot by Kansas City police officers outside a Family Dollar store near 6th Street and Prospect Avenue. Authorities said that the car she was in matched the description of one involved in an armed carjacking in Kansas City, Kansas. When officers conducted a car check, the man driving the car jumped out and ran. Court documents said Hale got out of the passenger side of the car and went to the rear of the vehicle. Video surveillance from body cameras showed Hale being told to drop the firearm and pointing it at the officers before the officers fired 3 shots, according to court records. Hale was taken to the hospital where she was listed in stable condition. Some false narratives about what happened last Friday night at 6th and Prospect Avenue unfortunately were relied upon by some media and other sources. Our job as prosecutors is to remain neutral and review all evidence. Our review of body cam videos provided the actual accounting of events that night. Our review of the investigation revealed the defendant, although she denied having a weapon at the time of the encounter with law enforcement officers, continually displayed a weapon during her encounter with police officers and also appeared to be attempting to flee. The 2 officers stated that she was armed with what they believed to be a handgun. Body cam footage confirms the officer's statement that Hale was holding a handgun. Still photos taken from body cam footage of the encounter also demonstrates a weapon was present and in the hands of the defendant. Hi, it's me while editing this video, and I just want you to know for the rest of it, you're going to see me talk about one side that's only focused on 15 seconds of information and not more information or more evidence. But I want you to understand that as I was editing this, I found something very interesting, is that even though the police put out this report and we have all these articles saying this person had a gun and now they're being charged with unlawful possession of a weapon, isn't it interesting that they only posted this still and they haven't put out the full body cam footage? It is my opinion that the body cam footage needs to be released because only posting a still where you have a lot of inconsistencies, from missing digits, poor quality, to a fucking missing ankle, you need to be more transparent in letting the public know, hey, you can say all this, but you know it'd be even better if we had the video evidence to back it. I've been saying it for a long time when it comes to speculation from 2 sides trying to figure out what's the actual truth. You could shut everybody up with actual video evidence, with actual documentation that this is how it went down and this recording proves it. The problem is, I don't know why people always cheer police body cam footage when 8 times out of 10 it looks like YouTube 180p. You know what that means? She wasn't unarmed, she wasn't holding her hands up, and the only thing I could criticize the cops for was handcuffing somebody who's literally bleeding. But that's it. You can't grip it on nothing else. You can't sit there and say, oh, the cops are hunting black people again. You can't stand up and cheer and fight and presumably say this woman is dead and then go out and say, oh, we care about all these people. You don't care about actual information. You fucking fools for some reason always jump with 15 seconds of information, yet you talk down to people like me for bringing more information that shits on your weird hot take. I'm tired of it. But the beauty of it is always being able to criticize people like you, because you don't go away, you don't learn your lesson, you don't understand that when you do this every single time and are wrong every single fucking time, it's not core understanding that, oh, people hate the fact that you're tweeting. It's the fact that people know you're tweeting out lies and are continuously criticizing you for that, but you keep doing it. And so continue adding fuel to my fire. Keep talking about how I'm a bigot, keep talking about how I'm a racist, while you continuously believe people who are lying to your fucking face. Subscribe to the channel, enjoy your stupidity, because I'm gonna keep enjoying talking bad about it.